We live. Welcome to another episode of Speculation Sunday. What happened, Daddy?
I forgot to mute it, so it was going twice.
Oh, I forgot to put Speculation Sunday at the top. Oh my gosh, we are just a mess. There we go. All right, let's start that over. I just want another reason to hit the horn. But welcome to another episode of Speculation Sunday on a Sunday. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous this weekend. The heat has kind of got in that like high 70s, but it's been perfect in my opinion. We got Just Ask Danny in the house. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing good. I'm happy for the weather too. I actually was like not even ready for how much sun we had yesterday because we just haven't been having it. That I actually got like burned a little bit yesterday.
Dude. Yeah, there is those like overcast days recently too. Even on overcast days, you could get wrecked. You think the sun's not hitting you? It is.
It's gonna get hot too. We're getting to like high 80s next week.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm ready for it.
Is your air conditioning ready for it though?
Is my body air conditioning? Because like when you go to theme parks and the heat starts getting in that 80s. You got to take breaks. I can't emphasize that enough. When the theme parks are like in the 80s and 90s, breaks and just kind of pacing yourself. You can't go that full like go. You're gonna wear yourself out. But how have you been, Danny?
Good. Last weekend I actually went up north to the Bay Area to visit my family, and I thought about it for a little bit, and I was just like, I have such a high respect for Carla and Kiko Adventures because I drove my car up there this time. Usually I fly up there to visit my family, but I drove my car this time. And that's a brutal drive. And for Carla and Kiko to do that drive as often as they do just to visit the parks, purge horn for Carla and Kiko.
Dude, hey.
Because that's a
5 second purge horn.
And they do that like regularly, and I was like, I could not do that.
I almost feel like Carla and Kiko live out here in Southern California.
I know. I feel like I see them so often, and then I realize they live up there.
Yeah. Is it that it's the length of the drive, or it's just traffic is brutal? Like there's just everything. Everything.
No,
sucks.
you just gotta like traffic's pretty good as long as you leave. But in order to do that, you got to leave the LA Orange County area at 4:34 in the morning, and then you're good. And then you get to where you want to get, no problem. You'll probably still hit traffic in like Oakland because that's like kind of LA over here, right?
Yeah.
But then same thing. You got to leave at like 4 in the morning to go back, and you'll probably hit a little bit of traffic in LA too, just based on when you get there. So
damn.
It's not a trafficy drive. It's just boring and really long.
Oh man, it's crazy because if you fly, it's like not even 30 minutes, probably, huh? Like 40 minutes there. Bloop, bloop.
It's like a 45-minute flight. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad Knott's isn't utilizing the Walter Knott Theater right now because that AC would be so awesome to escape the heat. Oh, I can't say it loud enough. I've heard Knott's is not using that theater for whatever the hell's coming at Scary Farm. Puppet Up has finally moved on out of the rotation of the Scary Farm. So to me, that is very exciting. Puppet Up was incredible year one. And it just kind of like the whole enamor of that, it kind of dwindled in a Scary Farm, you know what I mean, type of situation. It's probably still a great
why aren't we getting the Bleach Blanket Beagle or whatever it is?
God, you know what? I'm not here to say that Beach Blanket Beagle is the greatest thing in the world, but it is going to be 80 and 90 degrees very soon.
I I know. I could use a little bit of that front row splashing.
Hey, looking back, it's a fire show. I'll take it. Anything in the theater, man. Give it to us. Give it to us. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Speculation Sunday. Today we're going to be talking about all three theme parks. I do want to do a lot of Q&A so we could get the interaction, what you guys want to talk about the most. I'm going to go straight on forward, and I want to start off with Oogie Boogie Bash, Danny. Oogie Boogie Bash. I'm just hitting that purge horn today, baby. So Oogie Boogie Bash got our first look on Instagram. I'm guessing they probably posted on other stuff as well, but on Instagram, they gave us a sneak peek into what's to come. We have the Sanderson sisters. We have Bruno coming back, and it seemed like there was some excitement for Lotso. A lot of people are happy with Lotso. I feel like maybe it was kind of like, check this out. This is not new. We've had Lotso. But what do you think so far, Danny? With tickets literally are around the corner. They go on sale June 27th for Magic Key Holder at 9 a.m. What do you guys think? What do you think about all this first look stuff?
Well, yeah, Lotso's not new. I think that picture right there is from Pixar Night. And then Lotso, of course, used to be in the Play Parade when it was at DCA. So he's definitely not a new character, but new to Oogie Boogie Bash anyway.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see him at Oogie Boogie Bash. Kind of a little interesting because he doesn't like all the characters at Oogie Boogie Bash, like they speak to you when you approach them for the most part. And the characters that can't really speak, like Oogie Boogie, he's got like pre-recorded messages, right? So like
that's true. They're really interactive when you break it down.
I know, and like the purpose of this Lotso is like he was in the parade, so he could just like wave and like do the little dances and stuff in the back of the truck. But like if you're just like walking up to him on stage and like waving from afar, like I don't know if that's really like what kind of interaction can you really have,
It's like, we're just here to sniff you. Do you smell like strawberries? Get your candy and keep walking. Pretty much the way things are breaking down, it's really seeming like it's gonna be the same event as previous year. I do not doubt that it's gonna sell out. What I wanted to say is right here, the prices. This is the cheapest one you could buy, $134, and it creeps up once you hit October, $169 to the highest amount being $189. I did a whole live stream talking about this yesterday, but now that we got somebody to have a conversation about it, do you think next year when these prices all will go up $10 to $20, from the local perspective, is it kind of like I think we're good? I think we're good on Oogie Boogie, or we're just this is the game that Disneyland plays. They do the same stuff over and over. It is what it is. We're like, how do you feel about all that?
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's like it's getting really expensive, right? And you have to think about kind of the experience that they provide versus like something like HHN, right? Like they're getting close to like what HHN would charge, and I don't really think they're offering a similar experience.
Like Danny, this is frequent fear money right here, dude.
Yeah. So like it's not really like the same experience, and I feel like at some point it's sad because like it's always still going to sell out, so they're still going to keep raising the prices.
Yeah, it's gonna sell.
Yeah, I feel like I would happily pay the extra money if they moved it to Disneyland, because in my opinion, I want the castle, Mondo. I want those OG projections on the castle of like
fireworks,
everything, just spooky fog on Rivers of America. Like it's just not. It doesn't hit the same for me anymore at DCA. I just don't want it there.
And now that say the Halloween party did go back to Disneyland, now that Tomorrowland has Villain Dance Party, I just feel like this event doubles in the amount of fun when it goes back to Disneyland, if it ever does. And I'm talking about Halloween after dark. Um, it's just when it's at Disneyland, there's so much more value from the concept of you're like getting triple the rides. Like I don't know how many more rides Disneyland has at DCA, but you're getting a ton more rides from that aspect, you know. Oogie Boogie is a incredible event. I'm just talking about it from like a local perspective. I know for a lot of people, it'll be like their first time ever visiting. It's the coolest thing in the world. I get it. I get it. I felt that. But I just wanted to bring it up. I feel like next year is the year where I feel like the local perspective's kind of like, damn, these are adding up pretty big. And you're the one that mentioned this, Danny. You're the one that mentioned it, and it really stuck with me. Was how many of these goddamn after dark events are we going to keep going to before you think about it? I just bought a whole nother goddamn pass.
Yeah. That's
You
why
know what I mean?
as much as I wanted to go to like Pride Night and the one that we had just
Throwback
before,
night. Yeah.
like and Star Wars night, like I wanted to go to those. I just like I didn't want to keep like at this point if I bought like a ticket to Star Wars, a ticket to Pride Night, a ticket to
Yeah, I want to do the math, dude. I want to do the math.
it
What
just
was the
like it would
first
add
one?
up to like another pass. So I was just like, I'm just gonna pick one for the 2023 calendar year, and I'm just gonna do Oogie Boogie Bash. And I think moving forward, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, let me just pick one party. And if honestly, Mondo, if I'm not super happy with Oogie Boogie Bash this year, I think I may not do it next year, and I'll
That's what
do
I'm saying. I feel locals are at that point, dude. I
I
feel
feel
like
like I'll do some other cool party that they offer, because I'm sure they'll have some cool new ones. So
like for me personally, I just did 130 and then one of them 140. I think it was Pride Night. If I buy Oogie Boogie at the 135, I've pretty much spent about 800 more bucks with all these after dark events. And don't get me wrong, I get it. These are your choice to go and the whole concept of that. But I'm just saying, guess who goes to these after dark events? Locals. They're the ones who know about it. People that don't go to Disneyland very often, I don't know there's an after dark event. I don't even know what that is. What the hell's that? Are we talking about the cheap ticket? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's. I feel like next year is the year. It's a tough sell. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know how other people feel about that, but it's just for me. I go to Universal. I go to Knott's, and I see what they do for Halloween. It's incredible. They do some big stuff, and obviously Disneyland. As a pass holder, I don't really feel like you're missing out on anything when Oogie Boogie is there because you still have Disneyland. All the foods, the
right,
characters, the overlays for the rides that they do for Halloween. You have the fireworks. Like Disneyland in general still offers incredible value for Magic Key holders, and you know what I mean. So that's just what I wanted to say. So I don't know how people are feeling about it. I'm still very excited. It's just the repetitiveness and it being at DCA is kind of a bummer, you know. And I said this yesterday too, Danny. I said maybe if I never experienced the Disneyland version, Oogie Boogie will just always be incredible. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I've experienced the Disneyland version of Halloween Party, and it's so awesome. It's so awesome. And it's kind of weird how we've got no like a tease or anything. I have a feeling on Tuesday, like 6 a.m. or something, they're gonna drop a teaser. I have a feeling. Or if it's not Tuesday, it'll be Thursday. Disney's gonna drop some type of teaser for whatever new character or new experience or whatever they're trying to do this year. Let's see. I'm trying to read what the chat's been saying. We got 500 people in here. Hello, welcome to Speculation Sunday. Let's see. Samuel, hold on. All right, I got my app crashes, dude, on my YouTube. It's so weird. Maybe I have to like update
It
it or
sounds
something.
like people are having an issue, Mondo, with super chats and gifting memberships.
What the heck? I apologize. It's so weird.
Do you have it
My
turned
app
on this
crashed.
one?
Yeah, everything should be working. We got Samuel Delgado. 10 months of membership. Thank you for supporting the fire, my friend. Got the frequent fear pass. Can't wait. Mondo, got any tips for it? Best days to go, the Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I don't know how many Fridays and Saturdays are on a frequent fear, but my best tip, the biggest value for a frequent fear for Halloween Horror Nights is if you show up at the beginning or you just show up hella late at the end. You want to stay away from the middle because Halloween Horror Nights get so busy. And I promise you, that is the best tip for frequent fear. I promise you. I couldn't even think of a better tip than that one. Oogie Boogie Bash is still the best choice for the little kids. That is true. I can't argue
Yeah,
that. Can't
can't
argue
argue it.
that. They really need
Don't
to
forget,
drop
you also
all the
got.
details. Oh, are you gonna say, Danny?
I was gonna say, don't forget, you got Knott's Spooky Farm for the kids too, and that doesn't cost anything other than admission.
Yeah, if you have a season pass, you get to do it. Just like Knott's dropping Scary Farm passes, but no details. Can we at least see all the info before purchasing the thing? That's what a lot of people recently too said about Pride Night. A lot of people, once like the event guide came for Pride Night, everybody was like, oh, I can't even buy a ticket. What? I feel like a lot of people were pissed about that. I don't know. I guess the theme parks are like, just trust us. This event will be good. Just buy. Give us your money. It's the same things. Just we'll announce it at a later time.
We got Brian Sevilla Mondo says we need Villains Grove makeover for me to buy an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket this year.
That sounds very convincing. If Villains Grove, I think it was Jennifer said yesterday, if Villains Grove became Halloween Town, Nightmare Before Christmas, so you see all the doors, you see all the seasons of the doors throughout that. It would be cool. You get Jack and Sally as a meet and greet in there, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Dude, they could go pretty hard. I almost feel if Villains Grove did become Halloween Town, it would probably be the number one experience in Oogie Boogie Bash. It would probably have a 1 hour line at all times, especially if it had candy too. Oh my gosh, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. Let's see. In their defense, the events are normally good. No, Oogie Boogie Bash is good. Oogie Boogie Bash is good. It's always good. Is DCA able to do fireworks? Have they ever? They've done fireworks for the media event Avengers Campus. They do fireworks for New Year's. They're able to do it. They just kind of don't. All right. What do you want to talk about, Danny, before we go into Q&As?
Let's go into a little bit of Disneyland first. I know we don't have too much to talk about on theme parks, but I've sent you quite a bit of stuff so you could pull it up on the computer chat there.
Yep, I got it. Which one do you want to talk about first?
So let's start off first with I think it's the last thing I sent you, the Disney Parks blog post from San Francisco.
San Francisco. Let's see. This is exciting, dude, with San Francisco. All right. Aunt Cass Cafe.
Yes, so that's the first thing. If you guys have been over at Disney California Adventure Park over in Pacific Wharf Cafe, we were all speculating that that the Pacific Wharf Cafe was going to turn into Lucky Cat Cafe because it said that on the original artwork that they had showed with us at the very beginning. And obviously Aunt Cass is Hiro's aunt, right? So she is the owner of Lucky Cat Cafe, but maybe this is like a new version of her cafe. So, but it still has like the same, it has the cats on it, the cat motifs and all that kind of stuff. So we had assumed it was going to be called Lucky Cat Cafe. I was afraid because we hadn't heard yet whether or not the Bodine sponsorship was going to stick around. Was this still going to serve Bodine sourdough bread? I love the sourdough bread there, and I think it's an amazing thing to have at Disneyland, and it sounds like it is, because in the new artwork that was revealed, um, they show us a spot on the street a little bit further down with Rita's blenders right there. Yep. You can see the Bodine logo and Japanese writing. So it's sticking around. It's still going to be sponsored by Bodine. When I went to the parks yesterday, I actually saw some of the new signage like this and others that had the Bodine logo and the Japanese writing.
Mm.
So it's sticking around. So that's good that the Bodine sponsorship staying. Aunt Cass Cafe is going to have probably some really great new menu items alongside of a lot of stuff we're familiar with, like the bread bowls and stuff like that. But we also got word that Rita's Margaritas is sticking around. I know a lot of people, especially Peter from Ordinary Adventures, were very nervous about this place going away. But it's sticking around, and it's going to be called Rita's Turbine Blenders. So probably still serving margaritas since they're calling it blenders, but they've themed it to like those floating windmill things like that look like fish kites, that are kind of
I can't
very.
wait to see that all kind of live, dude.
I
And
know.
I feel like this is gonna have a great night package. Like all the lighting effects and everything at night are gonna look beautiful.
And then the last thing too was a ton of people were really worried that Ghirardelli was going to go away and become something different, and they also talk about that in here. So it says, in addition to these locations, you can expect new menu items at Cocina Cucamonga, which we already knew was staying because it was in the original artwork, and then the Ghirardelli Soda Fountain and Chocolate Shop. So Ghirardelli is going to get in on the theme. They're going to carry their original stuff, but they're also, it sounds like, going to have new items that match the theme of San Francisco. So we can expect, some really cool new things. I'm excited to see what they serve at Aunt Cass Cafe. Pacific Wharf Cafe has some pretty good menu items, but it has a lot of misses, and Mondo will tell you that too. So I'm inspired. I'm inspired to hopefully they have some other things. It says Aunt Cass Cafe, the second bakery cafe operated by Hito's loving aunt, will serve dishes, soups, and freshly baked Bodine sourdough bread bowls, and more inspired by Japanese cuisine. On the outside of the restaurant, you'll find a mural of Aunt Cass's lucky pet cat, Mochi.
Nice.
So,
That
so there
that
we got that
ahead.
right there. We got some Japanese
Mochi's
cuisine
coming.
coming.
I want some mochis, dude. That, I feel like Baymax themed food has to be coming. Like, and I'm talking about like that next level of theming where it's super cute and it's almost like too cute where you don't even want to bite it. I do want to give a big thank you, Virginia Lake, for gifting a Fire membership. Um, Also, too, we got Seventh Princess of Heart. I feel like there's a major missed opportunity, presumably not having the Baymax themed drink vending machine that we have at Tokyo Disneyland. Do you know what she's talking? Do you know what they're talking about?
Yeah, it's in the Baymax area of Tokyo Disneyland.
Baymax vending machine. What? What is this we speak of? Oh my gosh. That is, you see, this is the level of cute I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. What? What? What comes out of this? Just
Drinks.
drinks?
Yeah, drinks.
There has to be one of these coming, right?
No, that's very much a Japan thing. They've got like teacup ones in Fantasyland. They got some in Tomorrowland. It's just not. It's something that the Japanese people are very used to.
Dude,
Vending
I want to be
machines.
used to this. This is awesome. Oh man. But what are your thoughts after reading all the
Well,
details?
I want you to go back to the update because we're something that we missed there. So for as long as so I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about this on Speculation Sunday a while ago. So go up to where the gift shop is, Mondo. So this location right here, when Disney California Adventure Park first opened as Disney's California Adventure, this restaurant was Lucky Fortune Cookery. So as the Cocina Cucamonga, as you know it, that used to be Lucky Fortune Cookery, and it was like 10 windows long, and it never needed to be that big.
Boo.
No one ever needed that much space. It never was visited, and in fact, that overhang right there there was these two giant like twin dragons that would like that hung underneath there that were like looked like they were parade floats that like they just hung up or something.
Hold on,
And
I gotta
then
see this. Daddy's describing. This looks way cool. Whatever you're describing. So
and
Lucky
then
Fortune Cookery.
over the years they when they made DCA 2.0, they flopped the locations. So when the tortilla factory went away and they didn't need to have it attached to the tortilla factory anymore, the old Cocina Cucamonga restaurant, which was attached to where Ghirardelli's is and where Lucky Fortune Cookery is now, moved over to where Lucky Fortune Cookery was. Because Lucky Fortune Cookery, Mondo, where it was before, they closed it like right away because no one ever went there, and it was too much like probably labor to keep open, so it was never open. It was like barely open for when DCA opened, and then they just shut it down, and it just kind of sat there unused. So it was, and it kind of just served like teriyaki bowls before, and it was just like beef or chicken teriyaki and tofu, and that was like all it had. And then
Dude,
they
it's hard to find like the original spot photos. Like, there's not that much.
all you gotta do is just say Lucky Fortune Cookery 2001.
2001. All right. Oh my gosh! Wow, it was way different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it,
Are you gonna
dude.
put it up?
Freaking Yesterland. Right here. This is like as back in the day as you could go.
Yeah,
That's it, right? Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that, Daddy. For me, it's always been Cocina Cucamonga.
Yeah, it's Lucky Fortune Cookery, and then it was only open for like I don't even know how long, to be honest. And then they shut it down because no one ever went there. I guess they assumed more people would want the Asian food than the Mexican food. Um, and then at the time, the where the Lucky Fortune Cookery is now, the Ghirardelli Chocolate Factory used to be the Mission Tortilla Factory. So it made sense that the Mexican restaurant was attached to the tortilla factory because they would actually use the tortillas that they made there. Um, so well, when they swapped locations, even the more popular Cocino Cucamonga, the point I was trying to make was even they didn't really need all the window space. And especially when they started rolling out, mobile
Mobile order.
order, they really didn't need that space. So this for me came out of nowhere. This update here, if you want to pull that back up again.
Yeah, I got it right here.
So we know now, like, what's going on with the meet and greet and all that kind of stuff. So the Hamada Bot Shop, which is where the Hamada Bros, right, they make their robots, right, and that's where you're gonna meet just outside their shop, Hiro and Baymax, and then right across from the Hamada Bot Shop, where you meet Hiro and Baymax, is the San Francisco Makers Market, which is sort of themed to like robot making, I guess you could say, because that was the whole premise of like Big Hero 6, right? Was they were like doing that underground battle of robots, that was like illegal or whatever. So it looks like it says they're going to have some decommissioned battle bots on display. So probably some of the battle bots from the movie will be here, like kind of destroyed, maybe ripped up from a battle or something like that. So I think it's pretty cool theming they're bringing in here. And honestly, a totally unused space that had like, now that we have mobile order, those windows on that side, they were like never used. So I think this is a good opportunity. And of course, Disney's never going to miss up on an opportunity to have a meet and greet location next to a shop that sells toys. So
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
in
sense
all
that
reality one of the best shops right here, dude.
yeah.
Real quick, we got freaking 24 months membership. 24 freaking months. Oh my god. Raul the Doctor. Just a quick what's up from work. Fire. Push. Hey, get back to work. Get back to work, Doctor. I don't want you to get in trouble. We also got Big Joe. I got a chance to say hi to Big Joe yesterday. You're the best, Big Joe. Love you, brother.
What's up,
Big
Big Joe?
Joe. What up, brother? What up, Danny? So glad I got to see you yesterday, Mondo. Always make my trip to Knott's that much better. Love you, bro. Always. 5 fires for Big Joe. Heck yeah. Always. I was walking. We were like parking. I was like, "Is that Big Joe?" That's literally how it happened. Oh, I love you, Big Joe.
I think there's a cool little sentence in there, Mondo. We'll have to keep an eye out for this. But I don't know how much you remember of Big Hero 6. You might need to like rewatch it again. I definitely am gonna need to watch it again. But it says in the concept art, it shows that the gift shop's market shelves are situated on robot storage cases with decommissioned BattleBots on display. And it says if you turn a sharp eye to the rafters overhead up above in the restaurant overhang there, it says you may spot the local BattleBot champion in the rafters, Hiro's Megabot. So, and it says you can look up there and you'll see that maybe the robot up in the rafters behind those signs. So that'll be cool to see. Like I didn't expect this level of theming, so I was kind of like taken aback by like actually how much they were gonna do here.
Yeah, I love how much they're embracing Baymax story. It's beautiful. I'm excited for all of this. The food, this environment, a meet and greet that could possibly bring more meet and greets. The bridge is about to get its new makeover tomorrow. Actually, it's going to close.
What do you think about the cappuccino cart by Pete's Coffee? Or is it Pete's Coffee? Right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that getting part of the renovation too?
I'm glad. This might be hot take, but the cappuccino cart there sucks. Sucks. One fire. Everything. I don't even care how many people want to recommend you that breakfast burrito. The answer is no.
I love that burrito.
I don't care.
I love that coffee.
Everything sucked. I don't care. Yeah. I don't know who agrees with that or not, but that's just my opinion. I've been there many times. I'm always disappointed. I'm always like, God damn, that was like $10 down the drain. That was $15 mixed shot with coffee drink. It doesn't work. But Darnell Wright, thank you for gifting a membership. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Darnell Wright. 5 bars. And it went to my Alyssa. Oh, damn. Let's go. Thank you to all the people that are gifting memberships. If you want to have eligibility to be gifted a membership, you just have to turn it on. But thank you, my Alyssa. Appreciate you joining the 5 Bar community. Let me see. D'Angelo says one of the robots is Yama's, which Hiro destroyed in the beginning of the movie. I have to rewatch Big Hero 6. That is one that I haven't seen in a long time. Even the bun cake, Peter. Just mid, not. I just there's so many other places to get. I'm excited about this. We need more Big Hero 6 and refresh of the area. I think this might be one of the best rethemes Disney's ever done.
Yeah.
Once all this opens, Danny, to me, I feel like it's gonna feel normal. Like it was just always this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss Pacific Wharf.
Yeah, and the last part I wanted to talk about this was we got a timeline, right? Disney finally shared a timeline in this update. We got a timeline now that this renovation is going to be taking place through mid-August, so we're just right around the corner of this being completely done, which is really interesting how fast they moved on some of this stuff. And then they said mid-July, so we're not even like a full month away from all the new food and drink items that we're going to have available here in Pacific Wharf, or now San Francisco Square. So it's going to be the place to be. Everyone's going to want all the new food, all the new drink. It's going to be like hour-long waits for everything over here because it's going to be where everyone wants to go. So I'm excited.
A lot of fun coming to Disney California Adventure. We got right around the corner Rogers the Musical, and then San Francisco coming to life in its entirety, and then Oogie Boogie Bash. Boom, boom, boom. Lots to do. Lots to do. I'm very excited. Real quick, we got DC. We got it was like DCA. We got freaking USC Greg dropping super chat on the Venmo for 5. Supporting the fire. You the best. You the best, Greg. Get out of here. You the best, man. 5 fires, Greg. Thank you for always being so supportive and kind. You too, Doctor. Freaking 24 months, man. Let me see. All right. I'm just reading.
Yeah. I also
What is can we stop dropping the GDs? I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
the when you say God damn.
Oh, goddamn. I'm sorry, Grumpy Rich. It's just part of my vocabulary, dude. I said, I'll just move on. I was gonna say a bad joke. So true, and that cappuccino cart does not give any discounts. Dang, I didn't know that.
Did you already talk, Mondo? I can't remember if we talked last weekend or not about Rogers the musical, like, and how you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but let's give people a refresher because it's this week coming up. The big thing about Rogers the Musical, you have to do virtual queue. That's the most important part. Anybody trying to do Rogers the Musical, virtual queue is your best friend. They did say they're going to allow standby, but you kind of have to be lucky, and more times than not, if you even get in as a standby, you're going to be at the top, the highest point, which honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. You just got to walk up a lot of stairs. That's the biggest negative. It's not even the viewing that's the negative. You got to walk up a lot of stairs. It's a lot of stairs to get up there.
Right.
But it's still a good spot. I wouldn't mind being up there.
Yeah.
But
So
tell people about the premium aspect of it all.
yeah. So we speculated on Speculation Sunday that we'd get about 4 or 5 showtimes because that's kind of what Frozen and Aladdin had in the past. And so Disney unveiled that we're going to have 4 show times each day. We're going to have, let's see here, pulling it up on their update that they gave us. We're going to have 12:30 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. And we're going to have 2 different virtual queue times. The first queue time is going to be accessible at 10:30 a.m. And it's going to be for that 12:30 and that 2 p.m. showing. And then the second virtual queue time is going to be at 2 p.m. And that's going to be for the last 2 showings of 4 and 5:30. So when you enter the virtual queue for either one of those 2 times, you're never going to know which one you get. So you could be getting the 12:30 or the 2, and you could be getting the 4 or the 5:30. You don't get to pick. Virtual queue, like Mondo said, isn't required, but it's going to sort of
real quick.
What happened?
We got a special guest. He just wants to say hi.
Uh-oh. What happened?
He just says, 5 fires.
Was that him I was hearing in the background?
Yeah. He was like, what's up, everybody? All right. He just wanted to say quick hello. All right. He's like, I will not stop until I say hello. All right. My bad, Daddy. My bad. Keep going.
No, I was just going to say, you don't have to watch with virtual queue, but it's basically like Mondo was saying, it's going to be tiered. So the best way, or I guess the best way to get in first is going to be through the premium viewing experience. That's $29 a person. And it's something that you purchase from that food truck that's right next to Hollywood Lounge in Hollywood. So unfortunately, for those that like to plan and you're maybe coming from a vacation, you can't book that in advance. That's not something that you can book in advance. You're going to have to do that in person in the morning. So it's if seeing Rogers the Musical and especially experiencing it in this premium viewing experience way, it's going to be really important that you have a DCA start that day, because you're going to want to get right over to that food truck in Hollywoodland as soon as it opens so that you can get that premium viewing experience, because I can guarantee you it's going to run out. But essentially what the premium viewing experience does is it gives you first access to the theater in order to select the seats you want. So it doesn't say that you're stuck with orchestra, mezzanine, or balcony. It literally says you can go wherever you want in that first 30 minutes, and you get to pick first before anyone. And then I would imagine after the 30 minutes has passed Then they're going to let in all the virtual queues for the callback times of the different areas they are. And then standby is going to fill in everything that's left over. So standby will be sort of at the back, of all the different sections, maybe on the side, whatever. Think of it like World of Color. You can still walk up and watch World of Color, but you're typically at the very back. You're kind of like by those palm trees at the very back of the World of Color viewing platform. So you're not like in the best seats ever, but you can still watch the show. And I feel like that's what it's going to be like for Rogers too. But the premium viewing for $29 a person not only gives you access 30 minutes before, but it does come with a souvenir popcorn bucket with the musical's marquee on it, as well as red, white, and blue kettle corn inside of it, and your choice of Coca-Cola beverage to bring with you in the theater. And then they're also going to have a photo opportunity at the theater, some sort, and you'll get access to that first too before everyone else does. So some perks for $29, but you can't imagine Disney's going to pass up a paid experience like that on a show like this.
I think the whole premium viewing, I think you're getting not bad value, dude. You're guaranteed to watch the show. You could choose your spot for the most part of where you could sit. You get photo pass for this whatever new opportunity, and the fact that you get popcorn and a drink, that's pretty good. $30 in this Disney world. Sometimes $30 doesn't go that far, so I'll take that. I'll take that. I recommend it if you're at Disneyland for one day, and this is only really running for was it 2 months? It doesn't run that far, this show.
Yeah.
It goes right here to the 31st. So
and
you might just watch this one time. You know what I mean?
Disney Magic Maiden in the chat says, for the premium viewing, will you get to also pick what time you'd like to see the show? It sounds like that's a really good question. And it sounds like you will be able to, but like I was mentioning earlier, you want to get there first, because it says here the premium viewing experience will be available until it's sold out for the day or until 90 minutes before the last show. So you're going to have to go to that studio catering company in Hollywoodland to purchase that. And you can't do that in advance on the app or on the website, at least for now. Anyway, that's how Disney has said they're going to launch it. So, I would imagine that if you get there right away, you probably get a choice hey, what show of the
I'm guessing Rope Drop? Yeah, I don't know. Does that studio cater company open at Rope Drop, or it's more like a 10-11 kind of thing? You know what I mean?
I think it opens normally at 11, but I would imagine for this, they'll probably open a little
10.
earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's something worth maybe asking someone in guest relations or, something in advance if it's super important to you. But I guess we'll all see starting on Friday. So.
Melissa says, do you have to be scanned inside the park in order to get the queue, or we can do it from home for only the 1031?
Oh, so I misunderstood that. So you have to be scanned in the actual parks, yes, to get it, from what I understand on it. You just don't have to be scanned in at DCA. So you can be scanned in at Disneyland too.
And then our Knott's Adventure third week is going to be $60. Watch it be more. I shouldn't have said it's a good deal, right? That was bad.
Yeah, why'd you say
that? Let's see. Melissa says, do you think they will extend the show based off how well it does? Basically beta testing now. It's an odd one, Danny. I didn't expect this to be a short run like it is to August 31st. And the reason I say that, there's a lot of passes that are blocked out for a long time. They don't have a lot of chance to watch this show.
Right.
And even if Halloween came, I don't understand why to take away Rogers the Musical. It could have run in Halloween. I don't see no problem with that. Unless there's a Halloween something coming for Hyperion Theater. I don't think there is, but I'm just saying. It's just an odd choice. And the reason I say it's an odd choice, over there on the other side of Disneyland, we have the Lion King show. It's been running, I feel like, for more than 6 months. It's been a long time. So that's why I was surprised. I was like, what? Only 2 months? But that's crazy. Next topic of conversation, Danny. Freaking Indiana Jones coming to Disneyland? What in the Baba Freak, dude? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Wow. Very exciting. Very exciting. Has Indiana Jones ever been at Disneyland as a meet and greet? Or this is the first time?
I don't remember, to be honest. I was here. I was literally there as like a very young kid, when Indiana Jones, like the summer it first opened. But I don't remember if Indiana Jones was meeting and greeting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know they might have had like a little show or something that he could have been a part of. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the first time or not. But it's also beginning this Friday, June 30th, the same time as the musical. So they're really trying to give something to Disneyland to bring people away, so that there's got a split.
One thing I wanted to ask, why do they do this promo right here? Is this the meet and greet location they're gonna go with? Because there ain't no room for Indiana Jones nowhere, Danny. Where can they, dude? There's gonna be crowds for this character. This is an extremely popular character. What do you think, dude?
Yeah, I don't know where they could do it. The only thing I could think of is, gosh, it could be so many places. I was thinking they might do it inside the Tropical Hideaway somewhere, or maybe they take away temporarily the stroller parking, over there, and do it somewhere inside there, or maybe they take away the above Jungle Cruise extra queue that they've got going on, and use some of that for it. I don't really know where else they could do it. But I think that's going to be the sleeper hit. On Everyone's going to be trying to show the musical on Friday and all the special food, and I feel like Indy's going to be like the one that goes viral.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Indy he has a movie coming out. You know what I mean? This is like
Yeah.
big news. It might be the last Indiana Jones we get with
Yeah,
Harrison.
but not only is Indy coming, but they also got special food, to compete with some of that, Rogers food. I actually sent you a link to that too, Mondo.
Real quick,
But
Danny, we got 14 months. Benjamin, Benjamin.
then,
Benjamin, another month in the books, being part of this best community on YouTube. Ain't that the truth? Y'all make this the best community. Thank you for what you've built and all you do. Fire, dude. Thank you to all the mods, all the community, everybody that shows up all the time to these live streams. You guys make the day so amazing. So freaking amazing. I appreciate everyone. And thank you, Benji. 14 months of membership. Members Monday live stream tomorrow, no matter what, by the way. No matter what. Let me bring it up, Danny. I feel like Disneyland, I feel like they were thinking about you, Danny, when they brought this list up. They're like, what has Danny been wanting? Some Bengal barbecue items. Oh man, let me see. Why isn't it opening? There we go. This is exciting. I feel like these foods look really good. This is a tweet from Scott Gustin. Shout out to Scott. These are coming to Disneyland in specific. A forbidden turnover, lamb kofta skewer, vegetable platter, and adventurer's platter. What is a turnover, Danny? I'm not very familiar with the turnover.
it's like a dessert.
Okay.
So it's probably like, maybe it's an apple turnover or something like that.
An apple turnover. Okay.
Yeah, I could be. I don't know what's inside of it, but typically, like, you see apple turnovers. That's like a common thing.
I think these are all great additions to be coming to Disneyland. And it's cool that Bengal Barbecue is getting like just a refreshment of the menu. It's nice. Some new.
Yeah,
some
the adventures platter looks pretty good. Having the couscous on there, and then also the looks like saffron rice. And then they've got the vegetable platter that looks really good to me. Honestly, you got all that like chimichurri there, and you got the like looks like garlic naan as part of it. Because as much as I love Bengal barbecue, Mondo will tell you they need to change the recipe for their tiger tail because it's not good.
Dude, and I didn't want to believe it until my girlfriend got the tiger tail. She actually got 2 tiger tails. Couldn't even get through the first one. Had to throw away the second one.
Yeah. They're just not good, and I feel like maybe this garlic naan can stay, and then they can just get rid of the tiger tail. Just do naan.
And look, Danny and myself, we are tiger tail defenders, but it just things change recent. I don't know. Maybe something on that menu or ingredient list. They just probably can't get that ingredient, and the substitution just has not worked out. We got 24 months. Rebecca Tapia, 5-Fire Community. 24. I always look forward to Speculation Sunday. Thank you, Mondo and Danny, for all the work you put into your community. Dude, best community ever. If I could hug you, I would. High five, Rebecca. Let's go. We also got Rick Nick with the super chat. Let's go. Wrong button. Wrong button. There it is. Going to get season pass one day. MP? I don't know what that means. And rope drop in this order. Ghost Rider. Oh, meal plan. One day meal. Wow. Whoa. Okay. This is the order. Ghost Rider, Hang Time, Silver Bullet, Barf, Stagecoach, Log Ride, Calico Mine Ride, Supreme Screen, Jaguar, Train. Knott's is the OG DCA. Rick, I can tell you right now, you're gonna have. That's an incredible day. If you go on a weekday, I do not doubt you could do all that. That sounds like a great day, very great day.
Sounds like Silver Bullet. I'll never do it, so have fun with that.
Dude, hey, Big Joe did Silver Bullet yesterday, and he was like, "I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know if I could do that anymore."
Yeah, that's exactly what I. That's exactly what I said.
I was gonna say, Danny, that's what Tim said too. He's like, I don't know about that Silver Bullet anymore, dude.
I did it like 6 times when it first opened, and then I did it not that long ago, and I was like, I don't think I can do that anymore.
I'm excited for Indiana Jones. Like you said, everyone will be focused. The blogger world will be focused on Rogers the Musical. But low-key, I think Indiana Jones, it's a very big deal over there at Disneyland.
Maybe that's the swerve you do on Friday, Mondo.
I do like to zig when everybody zags. I like going the opposite way sometimes. And I feel Indiana Jones, to me, I'm very excited. I hope, I know Disneyland's not notorious for this, but I hope he could come out to theme music. Dun, 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 dun. And I've always said, that same theme music should have applied to The Mandalorian. Right when The Mandalorian's coming out, you just hear doom, 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 doom. But they don't do that kind of stuff. So I just hope they do. I hope they do. Let me see. I'm just reading. Have you done Hang Time? I have. Have you done Hang Time, Danny?
Yes, it was a one and done for me.
I've done it many times. I just got too big. I don't fit anymore. But Hang Time is terrifying. I don't know if it's the scariest ride at Knott's, but it's pretty damn terrifying.
What's scarier, Velocicoaster or Hang Time?
Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster is terrifying. Velocicoaster, you just feel like I'm gonna fall out of my seat. This is it. I'm just gonna fall right in the water. It's scary. Velocicoaster is scary as heck. All right. Before we keep going on, I want to ask you guys. Even you, Max, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's do some Q&A. We got over 675 people in this chat. What is up, everybody? Smash that like button. Kimberly Moore says, Ghost Rider was a one and done for me. Everybody, let's do some Q&A. So if you guys got questions, topics, something you really want to talk about, any of the theme parks. Let's talk about any of the theme parks right now. We don't have to just stick to Disneyland. Post in the comments right now. Oh, Max is saying, I need some milk. I can't help you right now. Mama's on the way. Mama's on the way. Danica, hang time was definitely a one and done for me. Gave me a headache.
Yeah, that's what it did to me. It gave me a headache.
Yeah, hang time will do that. What were you going to say, Daddy?
I was gonna say, did you want to talk about the speculation for the Universal Studios roller coaster? Speaking of Velocicoaster,
In a little bit. That's on the list. That for sure on the list. I have stuff to say about that too. I've been asking around. Can maybe see Indy meeting guests at the exit of the ride in front of the truck. So maybe like you have to get on the ride to meet Indy. That would be a plot twist, right? That'd be a plot twist. Danny won't survive X2 at 6. X2 just beats you up. That's what I remember.
The thing is, Samuel, is I used to love all that stuff. I actually won the KTLA media contest. I don't know, back when X2 was X1. And I won the contest to be there with KTLA. I rode X 6 times in a row. And it was so much fun. I was so hyped when X first opened. And then X, as we know, got really, really bad. And then it broke. And then they had to redo it to X2. And it just never been the same, in my opinion. I've ridden X2 multiple times. I don't hate it. And I don't even think it really makes me all that dizzy. I just don't like that it, like, the movements are, like, really jerky like this. Yeah. And so you're always like, you got to pray to the gods that your head doesn't smack into the back of the thing.
Yeah. And even your legs just kind of fling around.
Yeah, it's just more of like your head banging back. So it's just
it's a young person sport. It's a young person sport.
Yeah, the ride didn't stand the test of time. That's for sure. It just didn't age very well. I still think that Riddler's Revenge is like the best ride at Six Flags. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Did I go with you to Six Flags one time?
No, I haven't been with you.
Or I think it was Chris. Chris was like, dude, Riddler's Revenge is still badass. That's what he told me.
Dude, it's so much fun because it feels like you're flying. You're just like soaring over these gigantic loops.
Yeah, really that's cool. All right, everybody's saying.
Fun ride for tall people. Not for short people.
A lot of people want the coaster talk. Let's give people what they want. Parksfan.net or Parks Fan Network. Breaking news. They obtained the full layout of Universal Studios Hollywood Intamin multi-launch coaster named Project 409. God dang. Oh, I said God dang it for Grumpy Rich. I'm sorry, Grumpy Rich. It's so hard to get it out. Check this out, Danny. What are we looking at? You're looking at the upper lot, lower lot, a little bit of the middle lot, and a roller coaster that goes all the way to like the parking lot, Jurassic Park showroom over it. It goes deep. This is a big roller coaster. When I look at this, only thing I could think of, this is beautiful. That's my reaction to this. Danny, what was your reaction to this? Or before you keep going real quick, Danny, I have asked around a lot, and more times than not, what I'm hearing, this is actually real. This is accurate. This is it. This is it.
I'm excited. I mean, the fact that it loops over the escalators is a crazy thing. So, I think that's a really cool, like, little iconic photo op that's going to be like pretty, like, I feel like Universal Studios is going to be known for that, like, guests going down the escalator and like the roller coaster being like right on the loop right there. Like, yeah. It's going to be like one of those photo moments. I still have no idea how they're going to do this and still maintain like levels of quietness that they need.
I don't know either. This is insane, dude.
Do we see scream shields like they had on Maliboomer at Disney California Adventure? Like, do we see something like that?
It has to have the scream shields. I find it hard to believe it won't. I think a good example to compare it to is it's going to look more Incredicoaster than Velocicoaster, because Velocicoaster don't have no limitations with the sounds and all that. It's all out there.
Yeah. What's weird to me is how close the roller coaster is to the entrance to the Wizarding World.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. When I saw this is where it gets more interesting, because this tweet, and shout out to Parks Fan Network, this is credit to them. They actually put all this stuff, dude. Switch, dual station, inverted stall, airtime hill, bank Turk, junior dive loop. And where it gets even more exciting is this part at the end that extends all the way to the left. It literally says speed hill and launch and then dive drop. This is giving me totally Velocicoaster vibes, dude. I don't know how else to think about this other than that. What do you think, Danny? This is like next level and something we've never seen at Hollywood in all its entirety. Nothing looks like this at Hollywood. We got a little bit of it with, I guess, Mummy or even Flight of Hippogriff, but nothing compares to the scale and just sheer size of this. This is insane. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, it's definitely shorter than Velocicoaster, in my opinion, just from what I can see. So that may be the blessing in disguise for me. I can go on it and just like hold my breath, and then it's gonna be done. But if it's gonna be short like that, it's gonna be thrilling, right? So we'll have to see. They're calling it a drift coaster. Is it exactly the same as Velocicoaster? Are we seeing more along the lines of what they have going on at Guardians of the Galaxy, where they're turning you in different directions based on what they want you to look at, or like, to more emphasize a turn, they kind of drift you around a turn and stuff like that. We got that little loop right there in that mid lot section. I could easily see the cars turning inward so that you kind of like drift right there on each of the turns. So that could be a fun little interactive element that's kind of unique to that roller coaster, because they're going to really have to get different with this because it's not that long of a roller coaster. So in order to make it, be something that people really want to experience, it's going to have to bring the heat in some other way. And a roller coaster kind of like Guardians is super unique. And having that kind of turn moment. I mean, Harry Potter and Escape from Gringotts kind of has some of the same stuff too. And it's not super long of a ride. So it's interesting to see how they do this. And how it all takes place is going to be crazy. What I want to know is on the left side there, that stuff that goes all the way out to like Jurassic parking, like how the heck is that? How high is that going to be? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to do a dive turn, like a dive loop right there, like those are big elements. So
yeah. Is there a comparison that we could think of that has a dive element like that?
Yeah, the thing that Jurassic Velocicoaster has is one of those. Where it goes
accelerator? Can accelerator be considered that?
No, that's a top hat.
Okay. So Velocicoaster has. Damn, dude. Yeah. Is it real? I am hearing a lot of rumor that this is accurate. This is pretty damn accurate. And I asked. There you go. That's my number one source. It's real. It's real. There we go. Never mind. It's real. This is all real. But no, in all seriousness, I am hearing that this is accurate. This is freaking accurate. Let's talk a couple things, Danny, because when I look at this, prices are going up. You best believe. The impact of the upper lot. Whoa. Game changer. All of a sudden, we have a humongous demand in the lower lot. And this is going to bring demand beyond belief as well, in my opinion. Fast and Furious, that is what it's themed to, it's a billions of dollar company or a movie franchise. So The popularity is there all around the world. People might start traveling to do this roller coaster because they love Fast and Furious so much. I think somebody in the comments mentioned, will this have express? I have to say, I don't think it's going to have express. Hagrid's didn't have express. Velocicoaster didn't have express. I don't think that Mario Kart, the most recent one, that didn't have express. I think it doesn't have express, Danny. So, I think Universal, they're gonna look at this as a people here, a great way to just throw 2-3 hours worth of people in there, because that's what this ride's gonna demand. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna
demand a huge line, line.
Yeah. I don't even know how they fit right in there or a queue. It's just wild. We recently, I had a chance to show. It was actually on my Instagram. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Yeah, I got it right here, Danny. Look at this. This is what's left of animal actors. Nothing. The answer is nothing. There's nothing left. I love that we got the Mystery Bay Owl on the top right. That's literally.
The owl from the animal actor.
Oh, it's the owl from the animal actors. Yeah, it's just that coaster's coming quick. Yeah, it's gonna have virtual queue. You already know it's gonna have virtual queue. I don't even have to.
Yeah, it's gonna have to have. It's gonna be virtual queue, and then you're gonna have probably like a 2-hour wait after your virtual queue pops.
Yeah.
So, because there's gonna be a pretty long wait, inside like the actual queue itself. There's gonna be a pre-show. They're probably gonna have a locker area because you can't bring stuff on the ride, especially since it's flying over guests, in different parts of the park. So they don't want people bringing things on the attraction. It's probably gonna be like Velocicoaster, where like nothing whatsoever is allowed on the ride. And then, as far as the ride itself, these kind of roller coasters, they don't load very fast.
Yeah.
So that's
what I said, dude. It's a great way to eat up 2 to 3 hours worth of people every day. Just put them in there. Eric asks, where's the entrance to this? It's probably going to be right across Harry Potter Land.
Yeah, right across from the Wizarding World.
Right there. That's the entrance. DMC, meanwhile at Epcot, we're still waiting for a statue, a water garden, and trees to premiere. I was just talking to Danny. We watched Elemental today. I was saying I'm not hating on Moana, okay? I love Moana just as much as anybody. But Elemental should have been the property that came to life at Epcot more than Moana. Because Elemental is literally Epcot, like living with the land. I'm just saying. I was shocked that Elemental didn't just get incorporated into Epcot. I think it would have been great. It's crazy. It's crazy. Mario Kart is going to have Express soon. Let's talk about that real quick. A lot of people keep asking. Mario Kart, as we speak, where is it? I'm just bringing up the app real quick, Danny. I want to see. Somebody told me that it was 260 minutes earlier in the day. Mario Kart. Mario Kart right now is 80 minutes. So at 8:30 in the night, 80 minutes for Mario Kart. Does Mario Kart need Express? Does it need it Express? Because y'all already know what happened to Lightning Lane, and the prime example is Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is always freaking 40 minutes when it used to be 15 at all times. Lightning Lanes mess up the ride wait times. I was trying to look up Monsters Inc. what its current wait time is. Its current wait time, guess what it is, Danny?
47 minutes.
Temporarily closed.
Dang.
I know this sounds crazy, and I want Express just as much as anybody, but I think it should just not. Just keep it on the standby. ever since Disneyland reopened with no fast pass, no lightning lanes, and I saw the power of standby. Standby's nice. Standby for the most part, it works. The lines don't get cut. It's a better situation for all.
But it doesn't make money.
It doesn't make money. That I can't argue that, Daddy. I can't argue that. Oh man. All right. Let me see. Let me go back to everybody was saying can we give the first episode of Secret Invasion some love? I thought it was absolutely amazing. Did you watch Secret Invasion episode 1, Danny?
No, I don't. I'm done with Marvel stuff for a little bit.
We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Mondo, what do you think is in the soundstage behind Transformers? Is it Demon Slayer, Stranger Things season 4? I don't know if you had a chance, Danny, to see. Let me bring it up just so I could show everybody on camera as well.
Yeah.
This right here. So this is behind Transformers. This is where last year we had the weekend. So we had the weekend at this location. Obviously, we can't make no real speculation off just that. You know what I mean? But everybody's saying Stranger Things. Other people are saying Demon Slayer. I have no clue. I find it still hard to believe it's Stranger Things, mainly because where have the Netflix properties been? You know, they've been gone. They've been absent of the event.
Mm-hmm.
I would tend to say maybe Demon Slayer. I would think that would be cool. It'd be cool to have the soundstage Demon Slayer. My guess, what this is, and I said it on my last live stream, this is Michael Myers Halloween Kills. Michael Myers is going somewhere in the event. It might as well give him the soundstage. I got Max laughing at me. He's like, "Don't let it be Michael. Give him a break." When does Disneyland change Halloween decor?
I think it's September 1st, right?
Yeah. It is September 1st. They start putting up Halloween decor. Honestly, like, I'll say July 17th or something. You're going to start seeing stuff coming to life because come August, I remember one year I was like, there's already Halloween merch. Remember, Danny, they dropped like Halloween merch. It felt like August 1st. It was like Halloween merch.
Yeah.
I could definitely see them do
Start
something.
Seeing the Halloween decorations in World of Disney like mid-August.
Yeah.
Or like early August.
I remember, dude. Benjamin, did you ever dry off from Waterworld or were you wet all day? Dude, I was wet all day. My sweater was still wet. I had to hang it outside. I got drenched. Dude, if you sit first row Waterworld, you're going to get wrecked. They do not mess around. They do not mess around. Oh, I never told you? Yeah. I showed up late to Waterworld, and where they wanted to originally sit us, it was full. So they were like, you guys can sit over there. And I was like, yeah, that's what I ended up first row Waterworld, just got rocked. It was the night one, yeah. That was my fate. Have you seen the dual coaster at Epic Universe? I did. I wish I could talk more about it. I'm not too familiar with Epic Universe. It's in its entirety.
Yeah. If Mondo lived out there, he'd be covering it like crazy.
That's all I'd be doing is Epic Universe. Attack on Titan is a must for a maze in HHN in the future. Yeah, a lot of people want that Attack on Titan. I don't know how they could bring that to life because we're literally talking Titans, but man. Mid-August, Haunted Mansion will close to change over for Halloween, Haunted Mansion Holiday. Okay. We don't want Michael this year. You know, people say that, but he demands a 2 to 3 hour line every time. We got Greg Chambers, Super Chat. Oh, damn. Where to watch Wondrous Journeys if you don't want to spend too much time waiting? I have the perfect spot, but I'll let Danny go first.
Honestly, the best spot in my opinion is at the end of Main Street. I feel like everyone's like spent years talking about go to Small World, go to Small World. In all reality, like people are getting to Small World now like really early. I don't feel like it's a good place to watch the show anymore. Not only that, but some of the trees have grown really big, so like if you're not like perfectly in front of the Small World facade, you're like gonna have tree block your fireworks most of the time. So in my opinion, like where the Candy Palace is, Penny Arcade, all the way back to where the flagpole is like a prime viewing for the fireworks, and you can get some pretty good viewing spots, especially like right after the Penny Arcade. They set up a cross in the middle of the street, and if you can get like right up against either the front or the back of that cross that they set up with the rope there, you're like golden because like there's like a clear view, not a lot of people around you, and then at some point they'll drop the ropes like mid show, so you got all this space to kind of move around. So it's really kind of like the best place, and you don't have to get there all that early, to be honest. Most people kind of sit along the parade route, like, and then they don't realize that you can kind of like stand in the street,
Yeah.
get to the fireworks show. So you can like stand in the street like 30 minutes before the show and get like a pretty good spot. In all honesty, I mean, it might not be the case like when opening night of Believe in Holiday Magic or like Halloween Screams, but like after the show's been going for a little bit, like Wondrous Journeys, you could pull up anytime and get a good spot there.
Right now, it's a unique time for a Wondrous Journey. You could watch it pretty much from Pirates all the way to Haunted Mansion at
Oh
the
yeah,
Rivers
that's a
of
good one
America.
too.
Rivers of America. There's no Phantasmic, so you don't have all that Phantasmic dining taking up the front of the river. Uh, you could show up 5 minutes before and get a great spot right there from Rivers of America, Greg. That's my recommendation. Danny's great spot too. Great spot too. But you want a super chill, not in the zombie apocalypse over there on Main Street, Rivers of America. And it's only because Phantasmic's sadly gone right now. God, I get a little sad every time I think of Phantasmic. We got Nikki Enchanted. Any thoughts on Tomorrowland Skyline Terrace experience? Is it worth it? 5 fires? You ever done it before, Danny?
Um,
Just lost Danny. I've done it before. Maybe I've done it twice. I've enjoyed it every single time. I only have one negative, and are you back, Daddy?
it said I was booted.
I don't even. I hate this program we have. It's just something else. No. I'll start with you first. Have you done the Skyline experience before?
I haven't for Wondrous Journey. There's a lot of this show though that's really dependent on like projections and stuff. So I don't really feel like it's worth it, to be honest. This isn't really. We talked about it when this show first debuted. This is not really a fireworks heavy show. There's not like a super ton of fireworks in this show. There's a lot of really great music and projections. A little bit more so than we see for like fireworks at Disneyland Forever, per se, or like
Yeah.
Halloween Screams. So if maybe you're trying to plan it around the time Halloween Screams is going to be here, that could be a good idea. But for Wondrous Journey, I really don't think it's worth it, to be honest, because there's these big gaps where there's not really fireworks, and you're just in Tomorrowland, you're just kind of staring at nothing, waiting for the next firework to go because you can't see any of the projections.
I almost want to
So
say the very beginning of the show is just projections.
yeah,
uh, Nikki, I'll say it's not worth it. And that's not to say I didn't enjoy it, because I did. But yeah, Wondrous Journey, I think it's not worth it. And it's not that the fireworks are not good and the show's not good, because it is. But anybody that's done the Tomorrowland Skyline Terrace will agree that one of the biggest negatives is that you got to get your food at Galactic Grill and then walk up to the top of the terrace. What a weird, awkward scenario there. Previous to this year, they actually brought you your food up there. You didn't have to go get your food and then walk it all the way up top. That is such a weird move that you got to take your food up there.
You're mad because we spilled the coffee last time.
I did spill coffee on myself walking all the way up there, so that maybe I'm kind of bitter about that. But Yeah, it's a weird scenario that you got to take your food, and then if you want coffee, you have to go all the way back down to Galactic Grill. It was just weird. It's a good experience if you're just trying to get a more premium, relaxed vibe, and you're just kind of up there. But right now, at this point in time, I'll say it's not worth it, Nikki. Take
Yeah,
your, I think it's like 45 or $50.
and
Take
our
that.
Knott's our Knott's adventure brings up a good point. Plus, if they cancel the fireworks, which honestly happens a lot lately, you just paid extra for nothing.
Nothing.
They won't refund your money. So
And Wondrous Journey gets canceled a lot. It got canceled like a couple days ago. Yeah, I was gonna say, take your $45, whatever you pay. Take it to Trader Sam's or Lamplight Lounge. Go get a drink. Go get a drink, and go get some nice finger food over there. Um, Let me see. I'm just reading through the chat right now. All right. We got Marco with the super chat. Do you think the IP for the new Universal Studios roller coaster will be Fast and Furious for sure, or something other? I'm just going to be upfront about it. I really strongly believe, in my speculation, that this is a Fast and Furious. I have no clue what the name's going to be, but as an IP, it is Fast and Furious. That's what I've heard. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's I'm not going to beat around the bush. I wish I could like argue and be like, no, this is Velocicoaster. This is Hagrid's. This is some other new IP we haven't done. Mystery Bay wishes it was a Shrek ride. If I was able to choose, I would just make it a Pokemon ride. That's honestly what I would do. Pokemon, fast roller coaster, just ready. Do they still have that with the DVC lounge being up there now?
yes.
So do DVC members could watch fireworks up there, or it gets cut off at a certain time?
It has nothing to do with the DVC lounge because when you enter the DVC lounge, you enter on the bottom floor. You don't touch the ramp at all. You're never a part of that. When you're going up and down to the lounge, you're going up and down the center staircase that used to be inside Innoventions. And you're checking in at the desk at the top of the staircase there, and then you're hanging out in there. You're not going like outside, like looking on the patio or anything. And then when you're done, you go back down the center staircase and out the bottom. So it's totally separate from the Skyline Terrace. It's not and it's not even connected in any way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am kind of shocked there isn't a Shrek ride. Shrek ride would be timeless. Shrek's incredible. We got a new movie coming soon. What about the rumors of the Lady Gaga house? I feel the rumors for Lady Gaga house are dwindling. I feel like that whisper is getting softer and softer. Hopefully we get announcements. There's only so much time left. When it's October, do you think they will be any change in Nintendo World? I don't think so. I don't think so. The only change I keep hearing will come to Super Nintendo World is Toad. Toad is a meet and greet. So to me, Toad as a meet and greet that's a great addition. It really flushes out the characters of that land and what it has to offer. We only have Toadstool Cafe. You think you would get a Toad? You think you get a Toad? You get a Toad meet and greet. Let me see. All right, let's move on to. Or real quick, Greg Chambers, he says, has anyone done the Celebrating Disney 100 guided tour? All I've ever heard from the people that have done it, save your money. I'll leave it at that. What were you going to say, Danny?
I sent you some links because I wanted to talk about Knott's Berry Farm next.
Ooh, I can't wait to talk Knott's. I had a lot of fun yesterday. Which one do you want me to bring up, Danny?
The Fiesta Village sign. So I saw on Our Knott's Adventure Instagram that they put up a cool new archway to really place make the Fiesta Village area just after Boardwalk when you're leaving like by Supreme Screen. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like they're really bringing the Fiesta Village footprint like further out. I knew that there was so much left to be done in this space that hadn't been done yet. They just couldn't make that timeline, but they just had to open it anyway because they had to. They just had to do it.
They had to do it for summer. Summer was too important, and Fiesta Village opened up, not fully done. I want to say Fiesta Village is like 80%, and the big 20% is the ride, Montezuma, whenever that'll come to life. But for this sign, this is great. It's great theming. Gracias por visitar Fiesta Village. I love it. I freaking love it. The other one too, Danny, that you sent me was right here. We got pricing going down. I just saw, her name is Shay, Pixie in the Parks. She's at Knott's, or was at Knott's. And Danny has said this. Even my sister, she has said it hundreds of times. Knott's food ain't cheap. Just because it's cheap to get in don't mean the food is cheap. Shay paid $10 for a pretzel and nacho cheese a day at Knott's.
Yep.
And $10? She's like, I don't even pay that at Disneyland. That's where Knott's gets you. They get you on the foods. The merch is awesomely priced, but that's where they get you. They get you on the food. So you got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner somewhere.
I wanted to pull up this menu here because if you go to the next page on it, what we haven't talked about yet on here, Mondo, is and you've had a chance to go there. I haven't had a chance to go there because you and Monica just showed it to me and with the giant line, so we didn't get to dine there. But you kind of showed me the dining space.
Let me mention real quick, Danny. Every time I've gone to Knott's, this is 30 to 1 hour wait to do this restaurant. Still to this date, it was like that yesterday.
So I was gonna say, can you explain here what's actually covered now that we can see the menu on the dining plan?
Yeah, and big thank you to our Knott's Adventure. Follow our Knott's Adventure on Instagram. If you're a Knott's fan, you have to follow her. What's the requirement included of the 5 fires? What happened?
So, like, what's included with the dining plan, like from this menu here?
Yeah. So what you could get on the dining plan, you could get a burrito or a bowl on the top left that you see there, and at that point in time, you get to choose the rice or beans. Honestly, you could probably tell them I just want both. That's what I did. But the main thing, these are your meats. You got the carne asada, chicken, carnitas, barbacoa, chorizo, veggies. These are all included in your burrito, and they got lots to choose from the condiment side. There's cheese, salsa, veggies, and other stuff that they could add. It's literally Chipotle style. This has been one of the biggest home run successes I've ever seen. This is probably the number one restaurant right now at Knott's Berry Farm. Literally.
I see there that they for carne asada they actually have a $2 upcharge for the dining plan.
Dang. Hey, I'll pay $2 for carne asada. Why not? You know what? I'll take them. Hey, good thing you mentioned that. I'll take Knott's Berry Farm doing some upcharges like that than just completely eliminating carne asada. It's your choice. Hey, would you like to pay $2 more or not? Sure.
It's like when you're at Chipotle and they say it's $2 whatever for guac, and you're just like, I know, just put it on there.
Just put it on there. But yeah, Danny, this restaurant, dude, it's so successful. Also, too, I want to mention about this new restaurant called Casa California. This is where you get the dessert, the choco flan, the gansito cupcake. I don't even know what they call it, but it's really good. Our Knott's Adventure commented, the pretzels and Knott's are expensive because they're Bavarian pretzels. They taste better than Disney pretzels too. Damn, I don't know the last time I got a pretzel at Knott's. I have to check that out then. Drop a $10.
I don't know. I'm a Mickey pretzel fan, dude. It's gonna be hard. Mondo knows it's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, right now, Knott's is 0 for 1 on the beignets. At least the current version. Disneyland always hits hard with the beignets. I've never been disappointed with the beignets. But yeah, that to me that's awesome. I do have some things I want to talk about real quick with Knott's Berry Farm. And I'm going to bring up a photo from our Knott's Adventure, or a video. Um, I had a chance to finally experience summer nights in its entirety. Knott's is hitting home run after home run after home run. Uh, I love everything about summer nights except the food. Just kind of that's where the misses are. But from the entertainment aspect, the live bands at the main stage are a lot of fun, and everything kind of kicks off at like 6 or 7. They also have live entertainment in front of Calico Saloon, and they have Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies going. They got the bluegrass duo over there at Fireman's Brigade, which is Ghost Town. They also got entertainment at Boardwalk Barbecue. They had a band playing like Beach Boys and stuff there. And then also they have bands in Fiesta Village. There is just live entertainment everywhere. Mecca of live entertainment right now is Knott's Berry Farm. And it's different varieties. Everything is so different. So you have lots to choose from, like of what you want to listen to, and have a nice dinner, or go get a drink and just chill and hang out at one of the bands playing. But what I really wanted to emphasize about Knott's is that the Calle Celebración show is just the perfect topper to end your night. That show now being part of Fiesta Village and just part of the summer night fun. I don't want to say it feels like a nighttime spectacular, but it does. The music, the dancing, the firework element of it all, it's just awesome. So I just want to give 5 fires to Knott's Berry Farm and all the workers out there. They're doing good and making summer an awesome time at Knott's Berry Farm. Another thing I want to mention real quick. I was walking Danny through Boardwalk around, I'll say 8 o'clock. And they had like 10 or 12 officers already patrolling, dude. The chaperone policy is real. Knott's ain't playing. They got, I think, Buena Park PD out there patrolling. So I just want to give a big thank you and 5 fires to Knott's Berry Farm and all the security and staff of having the priority be safety, and they're sticking to it big time. They are not playing games, dude. So and for its entirety that I was at Knott's, felt safe, had a lot of fun, security and staff everywhere, dude. They are. The whole chaperone policy is not like it's just a sign that's there, you know. They're enforcing it. So right. I just wanted to get that out there. Anything else you want to talk about Knott's?
Not too much. We haven't really seen a lot of movement over in Montezuma's Revenge. From the last time Mondo and I were talking about it, actually today, we were saying it's probably looking like like late next year.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that, Danny. I feel like they're gonna do next summer for Montezuma.
Yeah, I feel like Montezuma's is next summer too. But they got a bunch of new. What Mondo hasn't shown yet, which I'm sure he's gonna show this week, is they got a bunch of new Fiesta Village like merchandise. That we have that wasn't there when it first opened, including some new Montezuma's Revenge stuff, because they probably assumed that the ride would be open, you know, when the land did. So
yeah,
they've got all that already, but they had some really cool new candies, and you know, they've got Fiesta Village branded like sauces and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see if you can show us all that, Mondo, in a Knott's update video. Plus, we need that Scary Farm update.
Oh, it's coming. Knott's is I was telling Danny earlier, I'm a little Disneyland out right now. I was like, I'm gonna build my hunger for Disney come Rogers the Musical, so we'll be there that day. I really want to have some fun at Knott's. I've been missing out on Knott's. I want to do a Scary Farm update and just a theme park update in general, because there's a lot going on over there. And then also, too, I do want to keep live streaming at Knott's and all the entertainment, because I had a lot of fun. That was a really fun live stream for me yesterday. Even though notifications didn't went out, shout out to all the people that were with me yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Um, and I want to head back out to Universal because any day now that special effects building is just going to be gone. It's just gone. That's it. That's it. Cabo.
It's done.
Um, real quick, let's keep the Knott's conversation going because this is probably the biggest thing about Knott's right now. Oh, damn. A lot of people been waiting. A lot of people been waiting. This is Orange County Register. Knott's Berry Farm hopes to reopen Accelerator Coaster this summer. It's been closed since March 2020, shortly after returning with the new red, orange, yellow, blue, gray color scheme following a paint job. Shout out to Brady McDonald. They're expecting it to come back. I'm not going to read into this because it's pretty much the headline says it all. Safety is always the top priority in Knott's Berry Farm and all Cedar Parks. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the juicy part of this. Accelerator. Yeah, it just gives a lot of like stats. The main thing is that title, dude. Are you gonna get on it, Danny?
I mean, I always want to ride it, but the line
that line's always crazy, right? The line's always crazy, anyways.
And I got in it like one time, and it just like you just sit there for like 30 minutes. We didn't even move. So I was just, and you're looking at just one coaster loading, because a lot of times they don't even run two, and so you're just sitting there like you see this huge line in front of you, back and forth, and then you got the fast lane too. And you're just like not even moving, and like it took like 10 minutes for one car to dispatch, and you're just like, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, waiting for Accelerator does take a toll. I've been through it, and there's sometimes where you're like, wow, the line's not even that long, 45 minutes. But hey, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. This is Orange County Register. So I give a lot of validity to this one, and I'm excited. This is exciting for it to come back. I did see you had another tweet you sent me, Danny. Right here. This is a good one to talk about because, wow, they went next level with the marketing, Danny. I'm starting to think this is a big deal, dude. This is a big deal. This is a tweet from Scott Gustin. Jamie Lee Curtis, Owen Wilson, doing all this promo for Haunted Mansion? Dude, are we going to see a red carpet? Is that... I think it could happen, dude. I
would love it. I would love it if they did it just like the Jungle Cruise. I would really love it. I hope they do. But we'll have to wait and see. I sent you another one too. Yeah. From Magical Soul Foodie on Instagram.
What do you think about them doing this level of marketing, getting these celebrities out there, and like right here, Owen Wilson dressing up like a ghost host? And this is Magical Soul Foodie. Credit to that account. This is crazy and random. I hope they do a red carpet. A Haunted Mansion movie, the level of celebrity that they have to participate in this, why not? We need something like this at the parks. It'd bring a lot of buzz, definitely create a lot of awareness for this movie, and it's the perfect marketing idea. I'm going to see it. I think this is one I'll like to see opening day for sure. For sure. I just have to ask, I don't think so, but do you think any changes could come to Haunted Mansion because of this movie, or no?
No, not at all. I just like the Jungle Cruise attraction. I think the attractions very much so inspired the movie, and it's not the other way around. And I feel like they were really quick to say that too about Jungle Cruise. They're like, this is not going to change the ride in any way. We're not putting The Rock in the Jungle Cruise or anything like that. So I think this is the same thing. Like the Haunted Mansion is like a sacred attraction at Disneyland, and like changes don't happen very often. So they're probably not going to do a big change here for a very long time. So it's I think it's just going to be like a something that came from the ride, but not vice versa.
Yeah. Damn. Um, let me see. I'm just reading through
So
the comments. Or we're gonna say,
so
Danny?
I was just gonna say, so the movie though, I really hope that we do get a premiere in the park, just like the Jungle Cruise. I feel like it's a perfect time for them to use the Fantasyland Theater again for this experience. Um, the Lion King musicals kind of had its run for a while. They finished up some of the gospel stuff that they had going on. So there's not too much that would really take space there. They can take the opportunity to close it, build the premiere movie theater again, and then host the premiere right there with that red carpet right there next to the train station. Um, and it wouldn't be too hard for them to do, even with Toontown open now. I feel like it would still be pretty easy for them to do it. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope they do the premiere there, but um, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But I think it'd be cool to have it in the park for sure, and it would be like a fun way to get the marketing buzz out there. And
Yeah.
I hope it's as good as the Jungle Cruise was, because the Jungle Cruise was good. But what are your you know to wrap it up here, Mondo? What are your since we both saw Elemental today, um, what are your thoughts on as far since we're kind of in the movie segment, what are your thoughts on Elemental as like Pixar in general, like a movie right now? Like, do you think it deserves like the negative press it's getting, or do you think it's better than what most people thought?
I don't think it deserves the negative press at all because it's not a bad movie. Um, I think what has happened with the box office of the movie is I think it's just a statement of like people have kind of checked out a little bit on Pixar. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just look at the box office. But I feel the word of mouth it has really spread that people are enjoying the movie a lot, and people are going to see it now that it's been in week two. It's holding up for whatever box office it has. It wasn't the biggest of drop off, so the word of mouth is spreading that the movie is good. For me, I felt like it was very mid. From a visual aspect, Pixar is just top of the game visually. It's just a stunning visual movie. The story, it was kind of I caught myself looking at my phone. What time is it? Maybe three or four times. It just didn't hold my complete like focus. And the ending, I just feel like for me, Pixar lately has not been able to land the endings where I want to care about that message or fall in love with this, so for me, I give it a 3 out of 5. Elemental. That's where I stand.
3 out of 5. Do you think the fact
I,
that
I was gonna say real quick, Danny. I said the exact same words to my sister, and my sister's like, "Hey, that's a win. You didn't hate the movie, and for Pixar to not have people hate the movie, that's a humongous win right now in the moments of where Disney has been with movies. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true. So it's a win. 3 out of 5. It's a win for Disney. What were you gonna say, Danny?
So I was reading an article from the New Yorker, and it was basically pointing out the fact that Soul, Luca, and Turning Red, bypass theaters altogether, of course, and it sort of helped set the Disney Plus, trend and habits with people, and expecting these releases, to be on Disney Plus. So we see all this marketing for a new Pixar movie. I've had a lot of people, at my work and other places being like, "Oh, it's on Disney Plus already." And I'm like, oh no, it's in theaters. And then their immediate response is, oh, I'll just wait until it's on Disney Plus. I'm not going to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
And shifting the consumer behavior, according to the New Yorker, is less on the Pixar team and more on the Disney leadership that siphoned the audiences to get used to Disney Plus. Like, did it? I feel like there's when we look at Disney Plus as a whole launching, God, when was it? I don't even remember. 20 was it 2018 that it launched? I don't even remember at this point. Like, do we feel like the launch of Disney Plus like really just kind of brought all this negative stuff rather than positive stuff?
It feels that way, Danny, because a lot that has happened with the return of Bob Iger and the whole. I can't emphasize this enough. Disney literally said we gotta cut back $5 billion. Bob Iger and the Walt Disney Company literally said we have to cut back $5 billion. I almost said GD, Grumpy Rich, if you're still watching. I held back. $5 billion. Guess what? That had a lot to do with with Disney Plus. Disney Plus is a big culprit of losses. That's been the big burden and a humongous impact in a negative way to the company. Disney Plus is very powerful. All of a sudden, they have hundreds of 100 million subscribers and all that stuff. So yeah, it's very powerful, but at the same time, the expense aspect of it and the whole concept, Danny, of we got to get content, create echo, create what's Willow. We need content. I don't know, Danny. It's been a tough one for Disney Plus. But we'll see where it goes. It did. I have to admit, with Pixar, the couple people I've talked to, they do. Even though I don't want to agree with this, they do say, "Oh, I'll just wait till it hits Disney Plus and I'll stream it." I maybe it's because Elemental is like an original, so it's like we don't have. Because I feel like if Up 2 or even Cars 4 or even Turning Red 2, Toy Story 5, 6, whatever, people would go out to the movie theater. I don't think they would wait for those to hit streaming. Those are like, I want to see that in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people at this point in time, there's no connection to Elemental. I'll stream it. Maybe Elemental 2, maybe that will have a bigger box office because then it's like, oh, I love the characters. What was it? Wade and Ember? I think those were the main ones.
Yeah, Wade and Ember. I think, I liked the movie like you said too. I didn't hate it like you said.
No, I didn't hate it. I gave it 3 out of 5. 3 out
No,
of 5.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like I'm in the same boat where like I didn't. I think the fact that I didn't hate it is like a really good thing. I really liked it actually. So, and I really enjoyed the soundtrack. It's by Thomas Newman, and if you've ever seen a Pixar movie, you'll instantly recognize the soundtrack because he did Finding Nemo, he did Wall-E. So he really has that kind of vibe of that kind of ethereal, otherworldly theme going on, and so the soundtrack immediately resonated with me right away because it felt very Finding Nemo, very Wall-E. So it really kind of brings you in, and that's just a testament to how good his music is. So that really helped the storyline in some ways where, like, some of the scenes of the city, right, Elemental City, like, were pretty good. But for the most part, like, we didn't really see a lot of like world building and like how the world worked and like different parts of the world in Element City. Like I thought they would show a little bit more of that, kind of like how we see in Zootopia. We saw some things like the stadium and like some of the transportation and stuff, but it didn't seem as flushed out as something like the world of Cars, or as flushed out as like even some of the world building we saw in like Luca. Where there's just like it felt like it was more focused on just the story of them. And then there were some confusing things too about like Wade always crying. Like I didn't get that, like why he was always crying.
Spoilers.
But
it's
yeah,
not really
like,
a spoiler, but yeah,
not really a spoiler. I mean, it's just kind of like always what's happening.
It's kind of crazy to look back on Pixar and like all their movies.
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of potential for them to keep progressing storylines of a lot of these properties. Um, but I will say I enjoyed Elemental. Maybe I'll feel different about it when it comes out on Disney Plus and I can rewatch it, maybe enjoy it a little bit more. But yeah, and like my sister said, and it really it hit me in the heart. I did not hate the movie, so that's a big win.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if Danny was with me, but when I walked out of Lightyear, I was like, "What? What? What in the Baba Lightyear did I just watch? That ain't Buzz Lightyear. That ain't Buzz Lightyear." So I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Yeah, I would say if we're comparing it to like all the movies that came out more recently, like since the pandemic started, so like onward, and then all the way up until this movie. I love the soundtrack in this movie, so it makes me kind of like the movie a little bit more than the others. But I would say I kind of like the story of Luca and Onward more than this one for sure. And I feel like Onward doesn't get enough credit. I mean, the poor movie came out like right when everything shut down, so there really wasn't like a lot of like the movie's like marketing and everything just kind of got derailed because everyone cared about right when Onward came out was watching every single bit of news they could possibly watch because coronavirus was happening and people didn't know what the heck was going on. So like that movie just didn't have a chance. It was just
Yeah.
I loved Onward. I thought it was great. I love Soul. Um, that's got a great soundtrack too. And Luca, I felt like had a really good story. So I
Real
don't know. I
quick,
feel like
we got a new member, Bob Booker BT. Five fires, Bob. See you tomorrow on Members Monday live stream. Um, I just want to throw this out there. I just want to throw it out there. Um, for all the new movies that we've got that are Pixar related, it is pretty shocking that the movies they chose to be represented in the park as a character, Onward, they actually had both of those characters at the parks. And the other one, Lightyear, they had Buzz himself in the face character form arrive at the park. So it's kind of surprising. Where's our turning red panda? I'm just saying. Where's Luca or Bruno? I feel Luca and Bruno coming to the park would break the internet. I really do. I really do. Silencio, Bruno. It's been too long. I don't know what else he says. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about that. I guess we got Bo Peep, right? We got Bo Peep as a meet and greet for Toy Story 4. Oh man, the one uh, I have to refer to this real quick. Disneyland, if you are watching us somehow, can you give us the mom and I forgot the other character that's man, let me put it on my Instagram story. I just want to I want to say this, dude. Hold on, Danny. I don't know if it's in my Instagram story still or not. Oh, oh man, I don't think it is anymore. Damn. Well, I'll just say, give us the mom from Onward. She was just as good as character as those two guys, whatever their names are. I want the mom from Onward. She was awesome. I forgot her name, but she was awesome. My Alyssa says I sent you a Venmo. Let me go do it real quick, my Alyssa. Uh, my Alyssa dropping 5 on the Venmo. Where is the Duffy and Friends show on Disney Plus? They did say at D23 that they will bring it this year. I secretly want them to bring their merch and meet and greet at our parks since Disney always drops something the next day after it premieres on Disney Plus. Do you think do you think it comes, Danny, or that was just I guess you could say written off as another cost saving measure this year. What do you think?
At this point I don't know what is and what isn't coming. I feel like so many things have been written off. It's starting to feel like Max up in here with all the things that are getting written off and thrown away.
I'm gonna be honest, Melissa. I think Disney, it's just not even a priority anymore for Duffy and Friends. I think their priority, Bob Iger's like, where can we save money? And we're cutting back. And this cutback of money, it could probably last like 2, 3, 4 years where Disney's just, they're not really in the business of innovating at all. We're just running with what we got. And to make matters worse, I don't want to say it's in like connection to it, but the writers' strike, and soon enough, everyone says there's going to be an actor strike. Dude, 2024 is going to be hella weird. They were saying 2024 is the year to start watching all our favorite movies from previous years, because there might not be a lot of content from all these big companies next year.
There might not be
with the writers' strike, sadly. Are they doing anything for the new Disney Junior series, Pupstruction? Probably not, Kristen. I'm just
yet,
gonna say
anyway.
no. Yeah. Facts. The mess with Max is beginning to rub off on Disney right now. That was such a dumb rebrand. And Max, if I'm not mistaken, there was talks that there are going to be a lot of their shows being sold off, and some Batman was included and all that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And not even that. Max is going to start licensing shows to Netflix again, which I do not doubt that Disney finally goes back and starts licensing their shows out too and starts making money again.
Yeah, I feel like we've gone full circle. All the studios wanted to try to do their own thing because they're like, oh, Netflix is doing it, we could do it too. And started pulling all their stuff off. And then they realized, man, we're not in the software business. Let's not do that. We're in the content business. And then they're going to start giving their content back to Netflix. And Netflix is going to be the one on top again.
Yeah.
Just like it was before.
Watch Netflix just essentially become the original Netflix with all the titles of all the companies again. We've said it too before, Danny, of like, watch there be that day where Disney's like, hey, we're closing Disney Plus. This just didn't work out. I could see them do that. Or Disney Plus goes to essentially almost
archive only.
Yeah, it's like that's the vault. That's just where things end up eventually. So no new content will come to that per se, but like that's just where movies and shows will land eventually. And I could see that. I think people would still pay a lot for that. We got a new member, Dom. What is up, Dom? It looks like he's a Yankee fan. Let's go. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate you joining the Fire community. We do a members only live stream tomorrow. So I can't wait. And I really feel like making it from a theme park. So stay tuned.
What are your final thoughts, Mondo?
But thank you, Dom. Five Fires. Final thoughts on all this stuff going on. I'm excited to start talking Halloween, as I feel like that's going to start creeping up real fast. Hopefully the website of Disneyland doesn't crash for everybody trying to buy Oogie Boogie.
No.
I hope trying to get Oogie Boogie Bash tickets is only like, it's weird I say this, but I hope it only takes me like an hour and a half. I'll be cool with that. That's like my over-under. If it takes more than 2 hours, that kind of sucks. I hate being, because sometimes like it'll go into like, oh, it's your turn, and then you didn't do nothing in 10 minutes. Goodbye. It's like, no. But I'm very excited. I got a little taste of Summer Nights. I can't wait to go back. I had a lot of fun at Knott's. I've been missing Knott's. I'll be out there for some Scary Farm, even though there's not a lot. But there's a lot of updates at Knott's that I want to cover, and Knott's Hotel included, with all those changes they've done over there. I want to go see what it looks like and get some sneak peeks at whatever they're working on. So stay tuned for Knott's. I really want to focus on some Universal. I got a little taste of Universal again. I want to go back with my sister, most important, to Universal. So we'll get a lot of Knott's and Universal. And then at the end of the week, we'll start doing a lot of Disneyland. And for Rogers the Musical, maybe this sounds a little weird, but I hope it's corny. I hope it's weird, and I hope it's a lot of fun. I hope it does not take itself too serious where you're like, I hope it's one of those when I watch the show, I want to watch it again because I love Broadway and musicals. I love stuff like that. So to have that come back to the parks, especially at the Hyperion, I'm very excited. 5 out of 5, and I will try to do a live stream from that show. So stay tuned for that on Friday. I know that there's going to be media, whatever, on the 29th, but we'll be there. Us Five Fire YouTube, we'll be there on opening day Friday. Danny, closing thoughts, and tell everybody where they can find your podcast and all that information.
Yeah, I'll be at Rogers the Musical on Saturday because I can't go on Friday, so I'll be there the next day. I'm gonna try to do the Indiana Jones Bengal barbecue stuff too if I can. That day. I'll have to get my mobile orders in quick on that one. Final thoughts though. The changes over in Fiesta Village that keep happening. I want to go back and experience more. I saw it with Mondo for a little bit. We didn't get to go to Casa California, so I want to try that out. Just wait in line, deal with it. I'll have to do that. And then of course, I'm looking forward to all the new stuff coming to Disneyland, especially San Francisco Square. I feel like I'm twice as hyped about it as I was before because when they shared the information at D23 Expo, it just wasn't enough of information. And I don't know about you, Mondo, but I don't understand the reasoning to have to hold back all this information. Like, I'm sure they knew all this information.
No, Danny, they had all this already.
Yeah, but like all they showed us was just one piece of artwork. They could have told us all this and it would have been like super cool to experience this and kind of wait for it in advance. I don't get this whole like staged, that they keep doing on like releases and stuff like that.
I have to comment one thing on that, Danny. It's the irrelevancy curve that I've talked about many times. That's what it is. That's why they slow burn all this info for so long. Is because it'll be like opening day San Francisco, the hype's up here. 2 days later, nobody cares. It's just how it works. The social media downfall of hype is just it's very fast, very brutal.
You know what, Mondo? I think we're gonna Carla and Kiko just got here. We opened the live stream talking about you guys.
Carla, Kiko.
So finish
all your thoughts.
One thing we missed too, is and we've talked about it so many times, and I feel like next year you and I just have to bite the bullet and do it. Is VidCon happened this weekend, the YouTube convention. They have a bunch of cool panels for creators, like on how to create content and make better content and stuff like that. I kind of want to do it next year, and I was gonna see if you wanted to do it too.
Yeah, I asked about it. Everybody said that VidCon, its prime was like 4 years ago or something. I'm like, I don't know. That's just what people were saying. But a lot of people, they said it's still fun. And people that went this year, they said it was a lot of fun.
I would like a lot of fun.
I would go like one day. Danny.
Yeah, like I just want to buy like a Saturday or something.
Yeah, I would go. I feel like VidCon always sneaks up on us. Like, oh, there's VidCon this week.
That's what I was telling Peter. I was like, I feel like it just always like all of a sudden it's here, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know about registration, and it's always full. You can't register for it, so
yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to see.
All right, where can we find your podcast, Danny? Give everybody the info or what's to come.
Yeah, 5571. You can subscribe on any podcast platform. I had a new episode come out last week on Tuesday. I got another one coming out this week on Tuesday. Any podcast platform you're listening to, just search the 5571 and you will find the podcast. So keep an eye out for that. It usually comes out just after 5 a.m. on Tuesday. So that's when you can expect it on Tuesday morning.
Heck yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate everybody's comments, feedback. I love chit-chatting with everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and taking part of your Sunday to spend with us. We are so appreciative and humbled by that. Shout out to the moderators who are always keeping the chat fun, clean, and positive. That's what it's all about here on Five Fire's YouTube. And most importantly, thank you to all the members and just everybody that supports the fire. You guys are amazing, and I'm so humbled, appreciative, and I'm here to do the best, make you guys proud. I saw lots of people with 12 months, 24 months of membership. That's incredible. I'm glad that I'm still part of your guys' lives, and thank you for being part of mine. I can't say that enough. It just makes me so inspired every day to have this community. It's incredible to have Danny every Sunday. Unbeatable. Y'all are amazing. I love you guys. All right, everybody, have a good night. Check out Danny's podcast when he drops it, so don't miss out on that. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button. And thank you for supporting the fire. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay and Just Ask Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.